Now, solid racks is an old favourite of us here at Business Builders, and to help them prepare for international demand that's already appearing in their products, I sent in our old mate Tim Harcourt, AUSTRADE's chief economist and book peddler, and successful exporter Michael Jameson from Pudding Lane, the Australian producer of puddings that are even good enough for the Poms. I sent them in to help them develop an export strategy.
AUSTRADE's got this big international network. We've got export market development grants. We've got the Business Club Australia around the Olympics and the World Cup. Now, Michael, you know how to use AUSTRADE. Can you impart your wisdom to Trevor and Nicolle?
I would sincerely recommend you take the time to look at the Australian Government website, to look at every single detail there is to offer every level of business in Australia, whether it's marketing, whether it's in-market research, whether it's export grants, which are an invaluable tool if you want to increase and manage and travel to the international market. Export is the quintessential business tool in Australia if you want to progress and move outside our borders.
And how did you do it, Michael? You used the web for background to do your background research, and then you basically made a phone call, didn't you? How did you do it?
Absolutely. We contacted AUSTRADE by email. A local representative came out to see us to look at our operation and what we did at an appointment that we made, and it all went from there.
Oh, that's what we need.
As simple as that.
As simple as that.
And one thing that's been quite important, you know, you take off and your pudding gets a bit of momentum. How can you keep up with supply? I mean, these guys could sell a few racks, and then everyone in the world wants your rack. What's your advice to them in timing?
You've just got to do your homework. Do your homework in terms of lead times. How long does it take to get something from here to the other side of the world? How much production have you got? How much can you allow? What's your emergency capacity? What's your forecast? Have you got the staffing needs as well as all the resources? If those things are in place, that's the structure to meet the export customer's need as well as your domestic customer.
How did you work out your expectations in the sense of how many did you think you were going to sell, and did it explode on you?
Well, in some ways, yes. The sales in the United Kingdom and Europe have exceeded our expectations, but it's about developing the relationships on the other side of the world, in North America, in Canada, or in the United Kingdom, as you would in Australia. If you have a good open working dialogue with distributors and the network of business people in Australia as well as in your export market, they're going to be able to assist you in developing a forecast of sales. They're going to let you know in on their thinking, how their retail market is going, and that will all assist you in developing a production forecast for shipping to your export market.
How did you find the right people to distribute?
Mostly it's trial and error, but you can have your own list, and I believe in consistency. So it's got to be something that's in sync with your values as a company and what you do. Yeah. You're in the business of quality, therefore quality distributor, and you should be able to assess that yourself.
You know, Michael's a great success story, but we do have times where things go wrong. People rush in too early. Some people don't do their research. Michael, what do you think are some common mistakes that Trevor and Nicolle might need to watch out for when they embark on their global journey?
Well, the marketer in me has to say inconsistency. Speak with one voice. So if you go into the marketplace, you have your website, it's a consistent platform of what you're doing, who you are, what you're about, what the product is. So it's a quality product that is distinctly Australian, and that's the voice and the theme that I would use. Try not to be too much to everyone, and try not to take on too much at once. Believe me, if you leave your audience wanting more, they'll come back, and they'll want you year after year. Whoever thought that the United Kingdom would need another pudding? They did. And ours is the best in the world, and it's been appreciated for the quality.
Yeah. It's a magic pudding, isn't it?
It is a
Norman
magic
Lindsay
pudding.
would be proud, wouldn't he?
He would.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't have thought for a moment that you could sell puddings back to the Poms. I just think that's amazing.